Hi students, my name is Dina Martin and I am Woodland Community College's librarian. So I am here to give you some instruction because you will be doing an assignment where you have to find a career article. So this video corresponds with a handout that is also available to you that explains it in the shortest way possible, but this video gives me a chance to demonstrate it and also provide some more context that could be helpful. So there are many ways where you can find articles and many sources where you can find articles. So for your handout, I just focused on using our newspaper databases. So let's start by making sure you know how to access those. So starting from the campus homepage for Woodland Community College, if you go to academics and find the library, that will take you to the library's website. And then we need to click on assistance and research. So this will bring you to this page that says I need to find information, cite sources, or I need assistance. There's also information about our workshops, which some of these are also available online, and they're fully online, such as the MLA and APA workshops, as well as some other ones as well. If you're not already added, you can use the link to self-enroll should you choose to get help that way. Also, if you'd like to email me, that's a great way to email me is in Canvas, because once you're a part of this Academic Success Workshops course, even though it doesn't affect your GPA or anything, you can then contact me through there as well. Another thing I want to highlight before I show you how to get to the database is that you can make an appointment. And I know this is for an online class, but guess what? We do have online help as well. You can make appointments for up to 2 weeks in advance. I know it's just ending this week, so that's why that was all blank. So next week we have all of this time available. If you pick a time, there is some information that you have to fill out, and there are several online methods. So just pick one. If you haven't used these before, you may just want to do a quick search and figure out what Confer Zoom is about. Confer Zoom is easier than CCC Confer. Another option is we can meet online through the Academic Success Workshops course in Canvas. There is a conferencing feature in Canvas as well. If you need accessibility, you need to use the Confer Zoom and give me some days notice because I would have to have someone there to type, or we can use CCC Confer, but I need 3 days to let them know that we need the captioning as well. So you can get online help as a DE student, so I wanted to make sure you know how to get assistance for that. Okay, so back to getting to the databases, I'm going to scroll back up on this web page. So to access all of the library's databases, including the catalog, we're going to click this little computer. So just as a side note, if you only wanted to look for books in the library, we could just click this and we don't need to log in. But to access all of our other databases, we need you to log in, and that's because we pay for these resources and we only pay for our students to use them, so that's why we have to have you log in, and that's why we use the portal. So I'm going to click on the little computer, and it's going to ask me to log in. Depending on what kind of browser you have, you may need to add this YCCD web / before you put in your student ID number and your web advisor password. Which, by the way, if you're ever on campus, this is also what you need to access the faster Wi-Fi that requires you to log in as opposed to the guest Wi-Fi. If I take that off, it works on most browsers, but not all. So that's why I just show students how to do it the other way. Sorry, it pasted something else that I pasted there before. Okay, so I'm going to add the YCCD web / just one more time, so that way you can see it. And then student ID number, web advisor password. Once I click login, it's going to then take me to the library's portal web page. If my password worked correctly, it's just going slowly. There it is. So here we can also access that link to make an appointment with a librarian. But on this site, usually the focus is down below. So you would scroll down and look for the databases. So for this project, I'm suggesting that you use one of our newspaper databases, the one called America's News, and we can get to that under Current and Controversial Issues heading. Here it is, America's News by Newsbank. If you don't find the article you want in here, you can use these other databases, but they will work a little differently. I picked this one for you because there's a nice, easy pathfinder. So I'll click on America's News. It'll open it up in a new tab. I shouldn't have any issues with being able to access it. You'll notice a few of these have username and passwords. They tend to be less sophisticated resources, so they may require that. But if you don't see anything next to there, it should work unless there's some problem on our end. But as you can see, we're not having any problems right now. So from here, I'm going to suggest that you go to Find a Topic. If I click on Find a Topic, I am going to then select, let's see, what did we select? Careers. Here it is, Careers. Careers alphabetical listing. Click on Careers. And then under Careers, you may need to scroll to see it, but there is a section on Finding a Job. And we see there are different options there that we can narrow down to career searching, interviewing, job fairs, resume writing, using social media, or workplace reentry. So I'm going to select using social media, and what this does is this does a search for me, and it'll do a more complicated search than you might be able to do depending on how much experience you have using databases and how much knowledge you have with research, which, by the way, there is a beginning research course that you can take where you learn lots of good things about how databases work and the most effective way to do research. So this does a pretty complicated search for us, but this might also be enough if you see this to help you if you wanted to change something slightly or try something that's different than what you see on the options there. And all these articles are greater than 500 words, so they should be the length that you need to get your work done. So if you see something and it looks good, we can click on it, and that will open up the full article for us in a window. And you can print this out easily. You can save it as a PDF. You can email it. There's also the citation feature here, and I don't recall if you guys use APA or MLA or if you even need to do that at all. But if you need that for a class, you simply click on it, and then the citation usually pops up here. I seem to be having some network issues because it's not working very fast, even though I'm clicking on it. So usually it'll show up here in the top, and then you can copy and paste that. So sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties at the moment, which, by the way, if something like this happens to you, some things you can try besides, of course, having to restart your computer. But before you do that, try another browser, because sometimes it's a browser issue, or make sure you are connected to the internet. If we're having some kind of connectivity issue, it may not work as well. If we decide that this one doesn't work for us, I can return to results and I can look for another one. So by the way, just on a little note, depending on which of those subcategories you click on, you will find stuff that may not be exactly what you're looking for, and that's just because the nature of using keywords to find information. For example, the word resume is also spelled the same as the word resume. So social media, this one, there's probably going to be less because we have social media and jobs or employment, and they also give a bunch of variation on that. So this one's looking a little bit better than the resume search, but that's just a natural problem of keyword searching. So hopefully that will help you. Like I said, if you don't find exactly what you're looking for, you can make an appointment to come in person and get help in the library, or make an appointment to get online help. And we can always use one of the other databases or search for something online if there's something specific that you'd like to look for, because it would be both useful for your own purposes as well as your assignment. So hopefully I'll see you online or around the library soon. Have a great day.